My name is Jamaal Barber. I'm a printmaker artist and book illustrator now that I think about it. Also, we're here live in rural Georgia, outside of Atlanta, in my basement studio. Primarily, I'm a printmaker, and my main practice is doing wood cuts and lino cuts, and they have a very distinct look to them. So painting and kind of this mixed media work has been the next phase of what I do. And so the book came right at that point where I'm starting to merge the two things and kind of create this like beautiful mashup of the bright, colorful stuff, but the original texture of woodcuts. I always wanted to be an illustrator, particularly a kids book illustrator, which is what really inspired me to start doing art in the first place. And I never thought I'd get the opportunity to be able to do a project like this. This is really my dream coming back to me, like after so long. And I really appreciated that. It's hard to describe as a visual artist the impact of the words that Colson put into these books. I don't think enough is said about the actual experience of being a slave. But Colson brought into like stark reality about the nature and the violence of it, and like what it does to people and how it changes them and makes them react, and what it would take to actually leave. This to me like kind of set the tone. That same house from William H. Johnson, the same kind of shapes for the flowers that were in the other one. I don't know, it has an anxiety to it. I like it. The story of the Underground Railroad to me resonated quite a bit because, well, I live in Georgia and the kind of story starts there, and I grew up in North Carolina. So particularly the scene when she comes out and it's bodies hanging from the trees, the violence seeping into the scene. So it's not just nature, it's nature and the violence of slavery being inflicted on her that she's trying to make through. And so the wilderness becomes a much more dangerous place. But I know the sounds, I know what it felt like, I know what it looked like. And I can imagine her being in the same place. This is one of my favorite pieces. This was the carriage ride they took when he got to the final part of the book. The story of then leads to me now, leads to the life that I live, leads to the segregation and the racism that I saw and experienced as a kid. It's foundational to it. So there's a big through line from her life and her experience to mine. So this was my first look at the book after doing all this work on it. Like excited, ooh, shaking, anxious. It's really amazing. Wow, wow, wow. That looks so good. Oh, that's powerful. Illustrated Jamaal Barber. Like you never thought you'd see yourself like being successful. I mean, it takes a lot of work to be an artist, you know. You don't get many moments like, I did it. Yeah, it's a dream. I really wanted to take the challenge because a lot of my work is about Blackness. And my work also speaks a lot about history and how important it is that we properly contextualize what happened to get us where we are, to know where to go afterwards. And so I do feel a big responsibility to tell the story, to celebrate the story, and to tell it properly.